Okay, today we are here live with Karen Roberts, superstar boot camper at Great Shape Fit Club. And we're going to do a brief little interview to introduce you guys to Karen and let her tell her story and hopefully inspire some of you out there. So, Karen, say hello.
Hello,
Tell them who you are.
I'm Karen Roberts. I'm 52 and I got started with Concita, 4 years ago?
Yes, ma'am.
And I didn't go in there thinking that I was going to become a boot camper of the day or anything like that. I hadn't exercised entirely because I had a very high metabolism. It was always easy for me to keep my weight off. So I never thought I needed to exercise, but then I became a massage therapist and I needed to keep my strength up because I was doing massages all day long. So I really started doing this because I needed the endurance. I needed the strength to do the work. So, and about a year into it, I decided that I could improve on myself by eating better. Concita had been really on me about my diet, and I told her to back off. But it did finally click in that I needed to do both parts of it. I needed to do the exercise and the diet. So I started eating better, and I did notice that the weight was coming off, and the inches were coming off. More importantly, my clothes were fitting better. I was actually able to go down a couple of sizes in my jeans. So the nutrition does play a huge part, whether you think so or not. So I really enjoy it. It keeps my energy up. It keeps me alive. It's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge, and but it's an enjoyable challenge. Sometimes you gotta face those challenges in order to know that you're alive. So you gotta get off that couch and save it for another time.
So, Karen, what flipped the switch? What made you decide to start eating healthy and getting leaner and all of that? I mean, because you totally transformed. What happened mentally that made you give it a go?
That's a good question. I think it was a gradual thing. I don't think it was an overnight switch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think as you start looking at your choices that you're eating, that little voice in your head starts thinking, well, I guess this could be better. I could be eating better. I could do myself a favor and eat better. And it almost becomes a self-esteem thing. I didn't have a lot of self-esteem as a young person, and so I think it just got to the point where it's like I'm worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth it. I'm worth it to be on this earth, and I'm worth it to give myself the nutrition that counts versus the nutrition that's just empty. So I think it was very a gradual thing, and I found that I wasn't losing the weight as quick.
Mm-hmm.
So and not that weight loss was a main goal for me, but I did want to lose some weight, and I found that I wasn't losing the weight just by exercising. So I think the component of you stressing the nutrition and me not seeing the results that I thought I was going to get just by exercising, really, it finally just went, okay, click. And then it was what choices do I want to make? Because it's hard, because you're brought up to eat a certain way, you're brought up to have certain foods, and it's like it's hard to make that switch. What's a better alternative than what I've been eating for 45 years?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a learning curve too. What can I go to the store and bring in that's different than what I'm used to? And then there's the family factor too, because it's like, okay, it's just me and my husband, so whatever I cook, he's got to eat too. So he's got to be on board with it. So it's a whole explanation of that side of things too, explaining why he's eating spaghetti squash instead of spaghetti. So, it's definitely a challenge, but it's definitely worth it.
And so now, does Terry like spaghetti squash?
He does like spaghetti squash.
So it all works out in
It
the
all
end.
works out in the end. It
Awesome.
does. He loves it.
Thanks so much, Karen. Show us
Okay.
your guns.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! All right. Thanks, Karen.
All right.